All right. Okay. I think let's get started. I know everyone has had a long week prepping for, their final project, their hackathon. But I want to welcome everybody to the Harvard GSAS Griffin GWISE and X School final live portion 2025 Art of Programming contest. So thank you to all of the students who submitted, and congratulations to those who made it to this final. And I hope for the rest of you, you guys can all if you made it through the first round, I really want you all to learn from each other and see sort of like some of the things, some of the lessons that we can learn from each other's coding and games. So I do want to set some ground rules for everybody here. So to the students, if you start spamming the chat, I will ask Mandy to disable the chat so that we can all focus on the actual presentations. So please, please, please do not spam. You may clap for your fellow peers and teams or teammates and support them, but please, please, please do not start spamming. Okay. All right. Awesome. So first, just to lay it out for maybe the students out here, we're going to start in order, go from grades 5 all the way to grade 8. And I think Mandy had emailed you all the order of your presentation. So we are going to go by that order. And so our judges are going to be present. They have been assigned to each of the grades. And so they will be joining, or they're actually here right now on Zoom as well. And the most exciting part of tonight's session is that we have 3 chances to win a raffle, and Charlie will tell us more about that. And this is really excited, and I really, really want to thank Charlie and XCamp Academy for sponsoring this event, which I think was a really successful coding event for all of the students. Okay, and if anyone has any questions, feel free to put them into the chat, and either myself or some of the XCamp's admin will try to answer your questions as we go along. Now, we know this is going to be a really long session for some of you, depending on where you are in the world. So feel free to, turn off your video, go to the restroom. You do not need to interrupt us if you need to go to the restroom at any time. You may leave and excuse yourself and just get back to us whenever you can. All right. So to all the teams, please remember that all of you will only have one assigned speaker per group. So please, please, please know who you are. So when I call you, each group will have 6 minutes total, including questions from the judges. Now, at 4.5 minutes, I will stop the timer. I won't stop the timer, but I will signal you guys. So I'm going to turn my video back on. I'm going to signal you guys, and I'll let you know that you pretty much have 1.5 minutes left. And so we will cut every single presentation at 6 minutes sharp because we have a lot to get through tonight. Okay. All right. So again, for those of you who don't know me yet, I'm Kiwi Florido. I am the president of the Harvard Graduate Women of Science and Engineering. I am a PhD candidate at Harvard University. A lot of the judges today are also from either Harvard or MIT. We also have a judge from Stanford, but all amazing judges who dedicated their free time just to judge your work and give you valuable feedback for this really small part of what I hope would be your long-term journey as a coder or as a scientist. And so a little bit about my group. Hopefully one day you'll get to graduate school. My group actually supports Harvard graduate students along the way throughout professional development workshops, as well as other things such as outreach, this is one of the things that we also do. We partner with other companies or people who are willing to sponsor really good educational events, such as this hackathon or this programming contest. Raylan, we'll get to you. If you can type your question in the chat, that'd be really good. And I think Mandy or any of the XCamp admin can actually get back to you. Okay, so just a brief overview of how this entire program went is that we had registration early in August. We had free training by XCamp Academy, which was excellent because I attended it myself. We had the first round of submissions from August 18th to August 30th, And we actually announced the results on September 6th with a final round submission from the 6th to the 12th. And finally, we're here. We've reached the finale, and I hope you all enjoy the results of this programming contest. And so for the students today, before I move forward, for the final results announcement, that is going to be tomorrow. So you will hear from Charlie or Mandy. So watch out for your emails to learn about the results of tonight's final round. Okay, so we're really proud to present today that in this contest alone, we had a total of 70 teams, 120 students, grades 5 to 8, from across the globe, showcasing their creativity and their coding talent across a variety of multiple programming languages. So I'm really, really impressed. Let me be the first to say that I was impressed when I viewed a lot of your projects. And this was really amazing. So congratulations to all of you who made it to tonight's final programming. All right, so just to set everybody up on the same stage, we actually had a couple of requirements for the students for this contest. The theme for this year's programming contest is kindness, or the kindness quest. We asked every team to create a project that celebrates acts of kindness, especially in the world of today, involving empathy and cooperation. So whether it's helping a friend through a video game or through quizzes, standing up to bullying, or whatever it is that your creativity brought to us, we're really excited to be able to present that almost all of the groups actually really touched upon this kindness quest. So the project format was that it was open-ended as long as the project is built using code. Any code was fair game for this competition. So some of the example formats that we had provided for the students included actually digital illustrations, mini games, educational tools, what have you. And we had set the stage that programming language didn't have no limits for this year's project, and that they may be developed in any programming language, such as Scratch, Python, C++, etc. Which was really nice because we did see a variety from all of the students. So thank you so much. And regarding the use of AI, we do recognize that we do live in the age of AI today. AI tools were allowed. However, participants must have clearly explained in their project materials how and where AI was used. So thank you again, everyone, for following these rules. Now, to more exciting things. If you want to know who tonight or this year's judges are, for tonight's final, we have Alborz Bejnoun, who is an electrical engineering master's from Stanford University. Alborz also did his bachelor's at Stanford, but is now a senior computational biologist who works in biotech within the Boston area. Charlie, of course, who is the president of X School and X Camp Academy, has a PhD in AI from UCLA, and Charlie also used to work for Google. So we also have Yahweh here, who has a master's of finance from MIT, but is a current data scientist at the Volion Group, a hedge fund in the Bay Area. So we also have Jiwen Wang, who is a master's of business analytics from MIT, and who is a senior data scientist at Waymo. So we have top-notch judges for tonight. And the last but not least, or the last two, we have Bu Trong. Bu is an MD. Bu is also a fellow PhD candidate here at Harvard University with me. And he is also a researcher at the Broad Institute. And finally, we have Walter Shen, who is a PhD candidate in the Earth and Planetary Sciences at Harvard University. And he studies cloud physics. So I really want all of us, let's do the clapping emoji to give all of our judges a round of applause. Thank you so much to the judges. Again, these judges lent you all of their free time to really look through your projects and actually took the time to give you all some useful feedback as we had requested from them. So thank you so much, judges, for your time tonight on a Saturday. Okay, so now the final round is comprised of awards and prizes. So again, we have grades 5 through 8 here today. grades 5 through 7 has 4 teams, which advanced from each grade. Grade 8 had 5 teams, which advanced. And we have a total of 17 teams tonight. We know that is a lot, hence why I will cut you off at the 6-minute mark. We're not being disrespectful. We just want to make sure that everyone here can get a chance to see everyone's projects. And I promise it will be really fun. So the final round of awards, we've actually categorized this into the most creative projects, the most technically complex according to the judges, but we're also going to give you guys a chance at which potential project actually had the best social impact among all of you guys. So we have amazing prizes. Again, thank you so much to XCamp for this. We have a $50 Amazon gift card, obviously a $100 XCamp course coupon, which I highly recommend availing to continue on cultivating your coding skills. But we're also going to give you all certificates, and these certificates will be sent to you guys. Again, Mandy will contact you guys for more information with your certificate, which will have the Harvard Griffin GSAS GWISE logo and XCamp Academy's certification on it. All right. And we just have so many raffle prizes. And I'm really excited that tonight we have the MacBook Air. So you get a chance to win this. So good luck to you guys. We have 2 AirPods Pro 2 to give out tonight. But finally, we have $500 XCamp course coupon for new students only. I know we have XCamp students here. So thank you so much for you guys, for your continued support for XCamp. We really appreciate it. But we really like to give a chance to new students to experience what it's like being an XCamp student and cultivating their coding skills. So raffle rules are all contest participants are eligible, even if they didn't advance to the finals. So if you're here, you get a chance to win the raffle. You're going to receive a unique raffle ID via email, and this should have been in your inbox already. So if you haven't checked your inbox, please check your inbox. So we're going to have a total of 8 winners, which will be randomly selected throughout the live finals. So you must be here when we do the raffles in order for you to receive the prizes above. So without further ado, I think I've already touched upon this. Again, to the teams presenting tonight, you have a live presentation of 3 to 5 minutes. After your presentation ends, you will have a live Q&A session with the judging panel. Okay? Whoops. And so total time per team presentation is going to be about 6 minutes. So 6 minutes sharp, I will take time. And I will let you know when time is up. Okay, so the first team from grade 5, please get ready. You will have the ability to share your screen. So that's it from me. And I will see you later throughout the raffles and the closings. But I'd like to wish all the teams luck. And again, thank you so much. Everyone should be proud of themselves. It is honestly so impressive. Charlie, the rest of the XCamp team, and the judges themselves were extremely impressed. So thank you so much. Can we have the first team? I think, Mandy, did you give the first team access to slide sharing?
Yeah, I think everyone can share their screen. So Kiwi, you can just announce the first team and they will get ready.
We cannot share our screen.
Okay, so maybe Kiwi, you can stop sharing and then they can share.
Okay, is it good now? So Code Aaron should be up first from grade 5. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay. Ready? All right.
Hi, my name is
5 minutes starts now.
Hi, my name is Aaron. My application that I built is called GWISE. The purpose of this application is to encourage people to do more deeds in order to spread more kindness around the world. This application does three things. First, it can propose an act of kindness that the user can promise to do. Then, if the user says yes, it will store it in a list, and the user can check it out again. Finally, my application can give out kindness quotes. All of the kindness quotes are generated by AI, so it can have unlimited potential of kindness quotes in the future. I improved some features based on judges' comments. First is the button. Previously, what you saw in the app were lots of pop-up menus. I heard it flow, so based on judges' comments, I changed some of the pop-up menus into buttons. I also made a button named Save and Exit. Not only does this button exit the site, it also saves our progress in a list. So when you win this application again with the same name, you have your work saved. Here's a floor that I created that makes a field of flowers and has random colored petals. Next, there's a text box that will ask you for a name, and below there's a function called hello, all the way up. So this function called hello is gonna say hello what you inputted, and will give you instructions. At the very end, there are 4 create buttons that all do different things. I'll explain one of them. So this button will be purple, and when on click, we'll do this on click function. The function will just do kindness act, and this function kindness act will ask you to do a promise and save it in a list. Finally, there's this create button function that makes a new turtle, and it's gonna be a shape of a square, and the on click is whatever function parameter. To the right, you'll see the field of flowers, and they're colored petals. Moving on, you'll see this pop-up window asking for your name. So let's try it out. I'll put in Iron Man because he's a kind hero. Top left, it says hello, whatever you inputted. And in this case, I inputted Iron Man. I'll try this out. Kind act. Can you make someone laugh? Yes. 2 more. Can you turn their shopping cart for another person? Yes. Yes, okay. One last one. Can you no. I'll check my promise list, and it says do things that I promised. A kind quote. Kindness costs nothing but means everything. If I save and edit and I go back to my app, I put in my same username. And if I go to my process list, I have my work saved. Thank you. Any questions?
Nice job, Aaron. So yeah, thanks for presenting. So yeah, you've already created like a bunch of features here. So let's assume that like if you're gonna have more time, like what are the features that you would like to create here?
If I had more time, I probably want to integrate AI and also make a button to do say like you did a kind act.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, Aaron,
Any
I'm
more
just curious
questions?
how, yes, yeah, this is Charlie. I'm just curious, how did you learn coding here?
So like I searched stuff on Google and like it told me like instructions, how it worked, what made it work, and like That's how I mainly learned.
Okay, that's good work. Yes. Yes, I see Ivan's work question similar to me too. Yeah, for the future. So what's your plan, for maybe using AI learning coding? What's your interest? What you would like to do? Yeah, especially kindness related.
Sure. Maybe like maybe have the base of this idea, but add like more details and make it look more outstanding.
Okay, yeah, that's good to know.
Uh,
Yeah.
I just have one question. Do you think do you think how effective it is to promote kindness and positive behavior from the aspect of users?
Uh,
If you are a user, let's say if you are a user, how would you think this gonna help yourself and to promote kindness? Yeah, just how you feel. How do you feel after you create this application?
I feel like it's like I feel like it's actually like motivates to do more kind of things, like society.
Yep, sounds great.
Any more questions?
I think that's all. We're running out of time. So let's give Aaron a round of applause, everybody. All right, next team, please start sharing your screen.
Today, I want to share with you my project for the Kindness Quest coding contest. We started as a team of 2, but my teammate chose to focus on other things and didn't really commit to this project. So I decided to take the responsibility and complete the whole project by myself. It was a lot of work, but I learned that sometimes you have to show a lot of dedication and your kindness. My single-player game fits the Kindness Quest theme as a fun catcher game. At a certain level, a friend appears and you can assist with an essay, while ignoring, by typing no or other stuff, triggers red and black villains that chase the player, making it very difficult to continue. The game is made with Pygame and there are 6 subjects: the player, the friend, the villain, the orange power-ups, hearts and stars that give you 5 points, and the red square that takes 20 from you. The positive subjects represent kind things done, while the red squares represent bad things done. There's a score count and a high score that tracks your score and makes sure your score doesn't get below 0. My highest score is 270 points. One challenge I faced was making the game to detect collisions. The controls are simple. There are multiple keys, but the 2 main keys are the arrow keys left and right. At the start, there will be an instructions screen with a light tan colored background and has instructions on it. When the game ends, either the player loses or wins, you can press R to restart, Q to quit, which stops the program. I have made 4 changes to my project since the first round. One major change was the countdown. I noticed a problem where the game just starts and the player is not ready, often leading to a loss. So I added a 3-second countdown. I also added an instruction screen for new players. Another problem is after you finish the game, you have to rerun the code, which is annoying. So I added a screen which tells you how you lost and what keys to press to quit or play again. The final change, for players that like to challenge themselves, I added a high score variable too. I created this game because I think it's important to be nice and we can encourage other people to do so by creating a small game for it. Thank you for listening. Any questions?
Yeah, yeah, I heard that like one of your teammates just dropped. I suspect, I know that it's gonna be precious when like you need to like handle this things alone. Can you tell me a little bit more like how you change your plan and how you adjust your plan after teammates leave and you need to like take all the responsibilities?
My teammate doesn't know Python, so
I see.
during the first round, she only helped with the presentation.
Okay, cool. So you take the majority like of the technical work in this in this project. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Then like what do you think is the most difficult technical challenging that you have solved during this project?
Making the game to detect collisions.
Okay, sounds good.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I think that's a very traditional, but it's a fun game to connect it with kindness. Yeah, would you please just maybe demo more about how you inspire people to be kind?
Like you get the orange power-ups, hearts and stars represent the kindness acts in real life, and the red ones, which you have to avoid, represents the bad stuff. Bad stuff you do in real life, which you also have to avoid.
Okay, I see. Yeah, thank you.
Any more?
Yeah, maybe another question is about for the future. If do you want to like continue this kind of programming? If yes, what you might do?
Yes.
Yeah, for the future, do you plan to anything else you want to do? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that's a definitely a pretty good game. For the future, do you plan to do anything more on this, on coding?
Yes. Like, is it on this project?
Oh, similar project, yeah. What you might do? Do you like continue want to learn coding, learn building a game, or any improvement on this game?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, thank you.
All right, awesome. Let's give it up for Hal again, everyone. And now the next person or the next group are the Renegade Raiders. All right, sorry, Renegade Raiders. All right, you can start sharing your screen. Great job, everyone.
Okay. Our
Why
project.
do you want to answer
I'm-
yes?
I want a yes or no, Horsha.
No yes or no. Why? Your future.
Okay. I'm Gabe, and I'm in 5th grade, and my teammates are Ryan and Stephen, which are also in 5th grade. Our project is Grow a Kindness Tree, and our group, and we are Renegade Raiders. Next slide. Grow a Kindness Tree is a scratch game where you plant a seed in your garden, then explore the city and talk to different people in the city. Each person asks you a random question with 2 possible answers. Choose the kind or respectful one, and your tree grows.
choose the unkind and mean one, and your tree starts to become evil. Reach the maximum kindness score to grow your tree into a beautiful full tree and win the game, or let the evil score take over and grow your tree to turn into an evil tree, ending the game in a mean way. Next slide. Team members and roles. The owner is Ryan. We were all costume designers, and me and Ryan were animation editors. Me and Steven were testers. Ryan was the coder, and he's the tech lead. Steven, that's here.
Hello, talking to you about the collaboration. My name is Steven. So first we created our studio, which we named it the Grow a Kindness Tree Studio. And then we added members such as me and Gabe and Ryan as curators so that we could edit it and make it better. So then we created a main project, and each member is assigned with a random task to improve our game. And so every member remixes the project and merges it into the main, and that's how we improve it. So we used Google Docs to share documents, and we used Discord for communication. So the updates that we did, we changed the UI, we added sound to everything, we remade every animation and made it better. We added fun, exaggerating, inspiring ads in the game to help the player to be kind to people. I'm going to turn this over to Ryan, who's going to be showcasing it.
Hi guys, my name is Ryan Wong. Today I will be showcasing Grow Kindness Tree of how it represents kindness and how to play the game. So, the point of Grow Kindness Tree is you plant a seed in your garden. Now, you want it to grow up into a big tree. To do that, this is our seed right there. This is our seed. If we want to go to the city, you have to click on the map. Now, after in the city, there will be NPCs walking on the road. So, the goal or to grow your tree, you have to talk to the NPCs, and the NPCs will give you a question. If you answer it the respectful way or calm, which grows your plant or tree. But if you get one wrong, you get an evil tree. So if you win the game, big tree, big kind tree. But if you do the opposite of that, well, your tree becomes an evil tree. So, any questions?
Thank you, Ray. That's a very fun game, and it's a nice presentation. So yeah, I thought that you are like a relatively large team group, like among the competition grade, in your level. So could you please tell me a little bit more on like how you guys split your roles and how you guys like divide your responsibilities and how in the end like you cooperate? That would be helpful.
So basically, we split our jobs and our strengths and weaknesses. So we split it with our strengths. So if somebody's strong at something, they're going to be doing that. For example, Ryan was really good at coding, so he's the coder. And Gabe and me were really good at designing and looking for bugs. So we were the designer of bugs and bug finders.
Okay, sounds good. So like how long in total did you like get this like into working or like get it working?
Maybe a few weeks, I would say.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Okay, that's a good game. Would you please explain more about the coding part? Maybe show some of the code, how you design and implement this.
So, like, you mean like to show like all the code?
Yeah, actually part of the code. Yeah, explain
Or
the
like
part
how
of
we
the code.
did it.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, the code part.
So basically, we made the tree, the map. Well, we need the play button and the city. So we separated the city and garden background because if we combine those, we couldn't get the player to switch like costumes from the city. So we split into 2 costumes. And the tree is made from the growth score. If it equals this, then it switches to a costume or how big it is. And the characters, we did it from, they walked from like a different direction. And they also changed like animation costumes like this. We added costumes for every single character. And then if they touch like some certain like part, the edge like these two, they go to like another position. So it makes the illusion that the character already went to another place. This part is whenever the sprite is clicked, if they already answered, then then you cannot answer again. But else, if they haven't answered, they will stop all the scripts in the sprite. And they also set the answer to 0 because if it sets to 1, then it won't work. Say I am of current question or set current question to pick random of 1 through to length of questions is questions. Question makes every single question and what is put in there. And then the rest, it says if they get correct, show choices is basically these 2. They depend on when the character like clicks them or not. And then the thing waits until they answer, and then if they say if it equals 1, then they say nothing and it plays some cheering sound. The cheering sound is in here. But if they get it wrong, which is this else, you will minus the score by 1 and say this, and then it'll start sound crowd gasp. And both of these ifs are the you win and you lose. And this is the main character. This is the movement. This is also the movement. And this is the going from one edge to another. And this is the you win and you lose. And I think that's practically it.
That's great. Yeah, thank you, Ryan. Yeah, that's good work.
All right, thank you, Ryan. Thank you to this group. Once again, let's give them a round of applause. So the next group can start.
So basically, we coded almost like a Flappy Birdish game, except we have someone to help the bird if he ever gives up, which we think is very correlated to kindness because the bird is complimenting him and being nice to him, and it helps him fly, and that's it. And basically, how we coded it is that we use AI in a tiny bit of the core and a little bit, and we also learned how gravity physics actually work in real life. We also coded some of the game, and we found all of the sprites online since Flappy Bird is a pretty popular game. Go run it.
Why doesn't shoot the attacking? It's only shoot the
Oh, just run it.
There's no anything. I'll climb this.
From last time, we added an energy bar and a companion bird to make the game more kind and to make the technical difficulty even harder. The kindness bar is when the bird sometimes loses energy, but
but whenever he collects a heart, he doesn't lose energy and he never gives up. And we added the companion bird to more emphasize that there's more kindness into it. We coded it with a function called draw energy bar, which scroll down.
Okay. Now.
Find draw energy bar, press control off. Just press draw enter.
Okay, here.
And it basically just draws the energy bar. We kind of just found we asked ChatGPT like how to make the border, and then we figured everything else out. And basically we just find all the colors and then we calculate if its energy is less than 40, which then the energy will turn red, and then it basically emphasizes that he needs to collect kindness. Now run it. Can you run it? Don't die. We also thought it would be interesting to add moon gravity, and the bird comment was also kind of hard to add as a GIF. And we asked ChatGPT how to animate a GIF, and then we added how to animate the GIF all by ourselves. Why didn't we make the energy drain so fast? And we thought the energy bar would, why did he make the pipe so fast? Energy bar would emphasize about the kindness and he should collect and how the bird is helping him a lot.
Hi.
Dude.
Hi.
My partner is.
Hi. So
All right,
basically,
Terry,
I
go ahead.
added those little heart thingies with that add your energy bar and stuff like that.
We're ready for the Q&A.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you, Maxwell and Terry. Yeah, I guess from the code it's kind of
Sorry,
like
but we can't hear you.
can you hear me right now? Okay, so yeah, from the code is some kind of a complexity project. So I'm just curious, like, how do you like whenever you found a bug or something, how did you debug the process, or like how did you debug the errors? Maybe share with us one example. That would be helpful.
We just like calculated the bar and we just drew it off of the pixel size, and that's pretty much. And then we just calculated the length of the bar by how much energy you had, and then it would divide it by like 100, which is how much energy he has. And then if his energy was a bit too low, we would change it to red.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Any more questions
Question
from the
about-
judges?
Yeah, just quick question. Yeah, how you guys use AI? How much code is AI generated? What's the kind of percentage?
Use like a little bit of AI for like some of the core and most of the and trying to figure out how to draw the energy bar.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's a pretty complex project. Yeah, thank you.
I'm just curious, like, is a game difficulty balance? So it's challenging without being frustrating. So how do you balance out like the frustrating and like getting the help? How do you think about it?
The bird compliments him, and then I think the bird like helping him with positive comments makes the player like not want to give up and like keep playing and make the other person smile while playing.
That's great.
All right, awesome. If there's no other questions, let's thank Kitten the Puffs for their presentation. And that's it for our grade 5 presentations. Let's give everybody a round of applause. So let's go ahead and move on to our grade 6 groups. Let's get ready for the first presenter here. You can go ahead and share your screen. I think that's team XYZ.
I don't think I can. It's not allowing me to share my screen. Oh, actually, okay, I think I found it. So welcome to Kindness Class. We're Team XYZ.
My name is
My name is Raylene.
And my name is Yu.
So I've always been interested in community service because helping others has always felt meaningful to me. And during the 2024 to 2025 school year, I volunteered with Life Moves, where I served breakfast to people experiencing homelessness. While I was there, I had the chance to talk to some of the people there and hear about the challenges they face every day. This experience opened my eyes to how much even small acts of kindness can impact someone's life. It also inspired me to come up with the idea of creating a platform that connects people with local volunteer opportunities, making it easier for everyone to find ways to give back to their community.
I first heard about this competition from my dad through WeChat. Since the topic was kindness and I enjoy coding, I was immediately interested.
I've been really interested in math and coding since 3rd grade when I first discovered how fun it was to solve problems and figure out how things work. Over the years, I've spent countless hours working on my skills, practicing with tough problems, learning different programming languages, and studying math topics that really interest me. What started as just being curious when I was younger has turned into something I'm truly passionate about, and it makes me want to keep learning and challenging myself more. As soon as I heard about this competition, I was immediately interested in participating because it's exactly the kind of challenge I enjoy most. A chance to test what I can do with difficult problems while competing with other students who love coding just as much as I do.
Welcome to Kindness Quest. Join young heroes like you in making the world better. Share community service opportunities, earn kindness points, and level up your impact.
So over here, this is the log out. This is like the logged out page, and you can see like a kindness quote. This kindness quote helps us motivate young heroes to be kind. Today's kindness quote is "No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted" by Aesop. So over here, you can see quest statistics, and you can see the amazing impact our young heroes are making. So currently, we have not deployed this, so you only have 1 active community service opportunities, 3 young heroes making a difference, and 175 kindness points earned in total.
So here's the Kindness Champions section. Basically, whoever earns the most points get to be on this leaderboard, and we celebrate our top community heroes every month.
Over here is where you log in. So you write your name, your birthday, your email address, a strong password that must be at least 8 characters with uppercase, lowercase, number, and special character, and then you can begin your quest. If you already have an account, you can log in here. Over here is the dashboard. You can see how many kindness points you have, your hero level, your post created, and leaderboard rank.
This is the My Post section where it shows all of the present and past community service posts.
This post was created to check if it was working, by the way.
This is the available opportunities section where we show all current community service opportunities that you can do right now.
Here's the My Join Quest section. As you can see, Raylene has already joined this Doggy Day Out section. And here are the knowledge quizzes. As you can see, there's community service match, how kind of quiz, and etc.
You can earn points with this, and we coded these. Okay, so this is the opportunities. It shows you how many active quests there are, how many heroes there are, and how many available opportunities. And you can filter out to find a quest that matches for you. And you can see there's only one. Here's where you create a post. So basically, you just write the opportunity title, you choose a category, you write a description, and then our AI that we built in will help improve grammar and clarity.
You also have to fill out the date, time, location, and the website.
So before your post goes live, our AI will make sure it's appropriate and community service related, and it will also fix any grammar or spelling mistakes and improve clarity so everyone can understand.
So this is where all the code is. It's like a Python server, and you can see all the files over here. But when we uploaded it, it somehow wasn't in Python. And then so basically, we uploaded it to GitHub, and then you can see all the files over here. And then over here, it gives a small description. And then you can see a README, it talks about what it a small description, and then there's features, getting started, project structure, and these other things. Also, so you completed the 7 quizzes. I worked on both the back end and front end preparation, and Sophie contributed by helping to establish the project. Thank you for listening.
Nice work. Yeah, that's pretty cool project. Yeah, thank you for the presentation. So you mentioned that there are some AI content moderation in your website. So I am curious, how does that work? Did you plug in some language models, or how does that work? Yeah.
So this is a website/app. So basically, we just kind of asked Replit to help us create a structure for us, and then we changed it to a Python backend so that we can understand it better, and then we can make changes to it. And I believe earlier this morning I did add a few more quotes in because I felt like there were not as much as. And you can really you can edit some of it. I showed you the Python server. And then also we integrated a OpenAI into it, and then that helped us that it's what revises all the posts and make sure that it's related to the topic.
Cool. Sounds good. A follow-up question is how did you ended up or how did you come up with this kindness quest idea in the first places, and how did you generally decide what kind of tech stack you would like to use?
So as I said, I volunteered with my mom's company to work in Life Moves, and then this really inspired us to create this idea of creating a platform that connects people. And then you can search these because not many people just search up volunteer opportunities, but this project, as long as you're registered, all you have to do is filter, and then you can find available quests and you can join it. And there's also where you can register everything.
Our original idea for this project was making a quiz to help people know how kind they are, but we decided to make it more advanced, but we also still integrated the quiz into this.
As in the quiz part in the dashboard we showed you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yes,
I see
that's
you
a
have a
great
lot of.
work. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Boo. No problem. Yeah.
Okay, so I I see you have a lot of contents in your program. So like, did any part of the project that you notice or practice kindness differently you think in your life? How would it be helpful for your own life?
Wait, can
when
you
you
say
can
that
do
again? I
this?
didn't hear that clearly.
Like, so you have a lot of information in this project. So did working on this project make you notice or practice kindness differently in your life? And how do you notice or practice?
Like it really showed us like there like that like because while we were like both while we were researching quotes and when we actually made this, it made us realize that like a lot of people just don't know about these volunteer opportunities. And also like when I was searching up to like try this out, like to like try to see if it was working, I realized that not many of like volunteer opportunities were available to kids. Like since this is like a kid friendly website, like in fact it's like 18 and under, then like it can actually help many people realize how many like opportunities there are out there. Because like searching up for like opportunities to try to like see if it works like took me a long time to find. And also in the future I hope like we can like have the AI that was built into like post it itself, because like not many people will just like spend their time trying to find different opportunities.
We also
Perfect.
wanted to like help people realize that doing acts of kindness could actually make themselves a bit happier. And yeah.
That's great.
That's good. No more questions. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Let's give Pixel programmers a round of, oh wait, no, this is Team XYZ, right? Let's give them a round of applause and let's have the next group start sharing their screen.
We're the Pixel Programmers team. We're 5th and 6th graders who love coding and storytelling. For the 2025 Art of Programming contest, we created Kindness Quest, a choose-your-own-adventure game teaching kindness, friendship, and overcoming prejudice. Built with Phaser.js for interactive JavaScript games, it features a magical story that includes orcs, knights, wizards, and lost children in the forest. We chose these popular fantasy characters to appeal to kids. Your choices lead to different endings, some happy and some teaching lessons about valuable kindness lessons.
Here's our code in brief. We use GameState to track the background, characters, and options. In preload, we load forced backgrounds and character images, knight, orc, wizard, from URLs. In create, we add the background at 00, render the starting orc, Grok, worried about missing children, set up a black rectangle via initialize page, fetch the first page's data, and display narrative and options. Display page clears old content with destroy page. Add story text in white italics and creates interactive golden boxes for choices. Hover to go, click to load next page via fetch page, handling the branching story. Fetch page draws from an array of page objects with numbers, characters, narratives, and linked options. For example, page 1 choices lead to helping, page 2, or walking away, page 50, bad ending. With 50 plus pages, paths include allying with a knight or meeting a kind wizard, ending in friendship themes or kindness lessons.
We configured Phaser for a 450 by 550 canvas, started a game and tested thoroughly for smooth interactions and clear kindness messages. We chose this because kindness is powerful. Like in our code, small choices create big impacts.
Now here's the demo. Either offer to help find them, ask what happened, or walk away.
Offer to help find them.
We'll face the danger together. Maybe we should get help first. Actually, this sounds too risky.
We'll face the danger together.
Lead the way, Grok. Or, tell me about this wizard.
Lead the way, Grok.
Follow the trail immediately. Look for more clues first. Call out for the children.
Call out for the children.
Head towards the voices quickly. Proceed with caution.
Proceed with caution.
Let's assume the best. Prepare for the worst.
Let's assume the best.
Thank you for keeping them safe. The whole village has been worried. Grok, the children are safe.
Thank you for keeping them safe.
We all learned something today. Oh, we got the true hero ending.
Yay!
Oh, play again?
Yes.
Offer to help find them. Ask what happened. Or walk away.
Walk away.
Oh no, we got the indifference ending.
No.
Alright, let's play one last time. Offer to help find them. Ask what happened. Or walk away.
Offer to help find them.
We'll face the danger together. Maybe we should get help first. Actually, this sounds too risky.
Actually, this sounds too risky.
Oh no, we got the cowardice ending. Thanks for listening. Thank you to judges for selecting us and for providing such valuable feedback. We're also truly grateful to the audience for attending our demo and for your support. We'd love to answer questions.
That's a very cool story. Yeah, could you please tell me a little bit more about like how did you guys design this story? Like, what's the motivation behind?
We chose kindness because it's a powerful idea that can change how people treat each other. Like in our game where characters learn to overcome prejudice and work together. And we decided on a story. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. That's pretty fun. Do you like coding, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, my question is, how do you guys collaborate? Who did which part?
We both did the brainstorming, Max did the coding, and we both tested and debugged.
Okay, that's great. That's very close collaboration. Yeah, thank you.
Any other questions from the audience? Anyone else or from the judges? Sorry. If not, let's give the Pixel programmers a round of applause, everybody. And next up.
Oh, okay. So, hello, my name is Emily Zhao, and I'm excited to present Coding Capybara's entry for the 2025 Auto Programming Contest, the Kindness Advice column. This is a Q&A app built with the React JavaScript language where users can post questions, suggestions, and replies, both a twist. Every suggestion or reply is double-checked by AI for kindness and helpfulness before it appears. That means no negativity, no unhelpful comments, unlike Reddit, only kind, constructive advice. Users can post a question here, anonymously in this purple section. Others can then suggest answers down here. Before an answer is posted, the AI reviews it to make sure it's kind and helpful. If the suggestion is rejected, the AI explains why. If it's approved, it's posted under the question it was answering with a date and an anonymous user ID, and other users can reply to the suggestion, also AI checked for kindness. Replies can build on answers or show how helpful they were, encouraging a sense of community. More than one reply can be posted for each suggestion. For every 10 kind contributions shown by this counter, a special congratulatory message appears. And if someone isn't comfortable posting publicly, they can use this private AI advice feature to get suggestions just for themselves. Their question and the response will not be posted. To see more specific information on how to use this app, please see the About This App section and feel free to X out of it when you are done reading it. This app celebrates empathy and cooperation and aligns with the Kindness Quest theme by turning everyday online advice into a system that rewards kindness. Each kind answer brings us a step closer with our quest for kindness. All of these problems are real-world issues, and my app helps solve them by providing a platform where others can give advice. Now, let me give a brief overview of the development process. As a one-person team, I handled all design, coding, and debugging. Key files that I created include app.js, the core logic of the file, and the largest file at about 900 lines. It is the heart of my project. Index.js, which serves as a starting point for my npm run build compressing command. Index.css, which is for Tailwind, the framework I use for styling my app. Supporting configuration files like .jit-ignore, crackle.config, and tailwind.config were essential for stability and build success. Here you can see how I integrated three major systems. Tailwind CSS, these lines, handle styling. Firebase, These lines are an example of storing data for real-time data storage. Gemini AI, this line is the prompt for the AI features. These commit logs show the complexity of my debugging process. I solved issues with failed builds, blank screens, missing styling, and broken AI calls. Each fix is a challenge in its own right, and together they show the technical depth of my project. Overall, this app is stable, technically complex, original, and relevant to the real world. It integrates professional tools like Firebase as the database, Gemini for the AI features, and Netlify for deployment, the same systems used by real-world production apps. I deployed it with a public link, and so anyone, anywhere can use my app with all the features. This app was inspired by newspaper advice columns, which I read about and read it. Finally, a note about AI. I used AI tools for styling, debugging, and the main app code, but the idea, structure, and deployment setup were fully mine. AI was my assistant, not the author. It was the tool I used to make my ideas come to life without having to wade through hundreds of lines of code. In a world where online spaces are often filled with negativity, I wanted to create a platform that proves kindness can spread just as quickly as criticism. Every suggestion and reply in this app is a reminder that programming isn't just about solving problems, it's about shaping communities. My hope is that the kindness advice column shows how all projects can put empathy at the center of innovation. Any questions?
Yeah, that's great work. I'm curious, yeah, how much time did you put on this project?
About 3 weeks, I think. I
Oh,
did
that's
about
great.
a few hours every day for debugging.
How did you learn to build this app and website?
I taught myself with a book how to program in Python, and React JavaScript is it's similar in some ways, I think. And yeah.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, just have to learn all this. Yeah, good job.
Thank you.
So which part of your project took you the longest time?
Definitely debugging. Just creating the app only took me like not that long, but debugging took me forever.
I see. So what's the most headache bug that you have ever encountered?
Oh, definitely trying to deploy it because my project was first on Google Canvas, and then the database didn't work properly on that, so I had to move it to with Netlify for deployment, and that took a really long time. I kept getting build errors, and even after that, I had like blank screens. It was really annoying. Took me forever.
Nice job. Nice job. Well done.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Coding Capybara. We are off to the Cyberducks.
Okay, so hello, we are Team Cyberduck, and today we have made a game called Kindness Catcher. Currently, we are experiencing technical difficulties, so our code isn't running right now, but we're gonna get it up in a second. In the meanwhile, let me introduce you to this code. So our game is called Kindness Catcher. It's about catching falling words that could be kind or could be unkind. Some of the words are kind and they will give you points if you catch them, but others aren't and they will deduct your points. And there are also things called power-ups that will do things like increase your board size, double your score, and things like that. So the goal is to get as much points as possible by the end of the game. And so here, wait a second while we set up the demo. Anyways, so yeah. So Anyways, Harvey over here will give you a demo of the game.
Okay, hi, I'm Harvey. First of all, can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna run this. Can you guys see the window?
Turn off my.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so in this game, it's about catching words that fall from the sky. There are 3 different modes: easy, medium, and hard. In our rules, you use A or D or the arrow keys to move the bar, and then you get points for catching kind words and lose points for catching unkind words. You lose when the game gets under -5 or when the time runs out. And you can also collect power-ups that boost your game. So here you can control how long you want it to be. Let's say 60 seconds. So you have to move the black bar and catch these good words and avoid the bad words as much as you can. And there's a power up right there that's 15, gives you 15 seconds. Basically gives you 15 seconds extra to play the game. And whenever you want to close the game in the middle of a round, you can just press Q and so the game stops. You also have this high scores part where it automatically saves the high scores whenever you get a new high score. And if you want to quit, just press. Our different types of power-ups are you multiply by 2 points for 15 seconds and make the board longer for 15 seconds. Some of the improvements we added from the last round is the power-ups as mentioned, and you can choose how long the game wants to be. Thank you for listening.
So for our game, there's a main theme behind this. So the point of the game, we wanted to spread the theme of kindness in a positive, but also fun and engaging way through Pie Game. And we made a simple catching game. So this game can allow people to understand what good words there are and what bad words there are. And avoiding the bad words and collecting the good words will help people's vocabulary. And this will also help them just to use a better choice of kinder words, which can help spread kindness in the community. And our code, we all worked on it together. For our team project, we would all brainstorm different ideas and we would all think of different solutions that could help us solve errors or problems. And after using our different ideas and brainstorming on which one would work the best, we would test them and we would see which one helped us and improved our code the most, and we would integrate that into our final project.
All right, any questions from the judges?
Cool, thanks. So yeah, thanks for the game. It looks pretty nice. Yeah, so do you have to learn something new during the process? Like, is there anything new that you learn from either technically or non-technically, anything?
Well, like for not even just the side of the code, while doing research about like kindness, we did a bunch of research about kindness and how we can spread positivity. And when researching kindness, we also learned some kind words, and this actually helped us to become nicer in the community. And this would also not only help other people who play this game, but it would also help us as the designers.
Sounds good. Oh, another question is like, I feel like the interface actually looks pretty nice. So did you do special time? Like, did you spend some additional time to make the game look better?
Well, we did spend quite a lot of time on it, but mainly it was on the body. This interface, we just use Comic Sans as the font, and in the Comic Sans makes it look really good and cartoony. Other ones, we just use text for like the the middle part, like everything you see that's in text, we just use text on it with different font sizes though.
Okay, sounds good.
Any other judges? Going
Um,
once?
I,
Okay.
I'm just curious, like there is a word discipline in your game. So like how do you classify the word discipline?
So discipline is mainly seen as from one person's perspective, from another person disciplining them, and discipline relates to someone like they're doing something bad or they're not doing something that's supposed to be done. And discipline is like it can be used rudely and it can also be used kindly, but we can either like that's why it could be a hard kind word, and we have a variable which is hard kind word. So those are the more difficult words that are harder to identify in our game, and that's why we integrated that for the word discipline and other words.
Nice.
Okay, if that's all, let's give Team Cyberduck a round of applause. All right, so we're gonna take a little bit of an intermission with Charlie here. Charlie's gonna introduce the raffle prizes. So or he's gonna reveal the winners of the raffle prizes. So this time, the first round for the raffle prizes, we have 5 XCAM. Hold on, Charlie's sharing his screen. We have 5 XCAM coupons, again, for new students, unfortunately not for existing students. So we hope this is going to be an exciting gift. All right, Charlie, take it away.
Yes, exciting time. Yes, we have 3 round of raffles. This is the first one. We will have 5 students to be selected to win $100 XCamp class coupon. So that's only for the new students. If you don't use that, it's good for you to transfer or give to your friends too. So yes, let's start. I will you spin 5 times. Each time I will call your name. If you're here, yeah, you will get it. So we'll send you email about that. Let's go. The first one. Ding, 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 ding. Yes. 50, number 50, HN. Are you there? Can you speak out to claim this
yeah.
prize? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. What's your name?
Helen.
Helen. Okay, great, Helen. Yes. So yes, we will send you email about the coupon tickets. Congratulations. Yes.
Thanks.
Thank. Let's do the second one. Okay. Okay, 37 DZ. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, what's your name?
Dianzu.
Yanzu. Okay, congratulations. Yeah, you will receive our email too. Let's go to the third one. Ding, 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 ding. Wow, 24 OD. Are you there?
Yes, I'm
First
here.
call. Oh, okay. What's your name?
Owen Du.
Owen. Okay, congratulations, Owen. Yes, you will receive an email about this $100 class coupon. Congratulations.
Thank
Let's
you.
do the, I think that's the first one, right?
Yeah, this is the 4th one.
Yeah, first one, yes. Okay, 57 YZ. Are you there? 53 YZ. Second call. Last call 53 YZ. Maybe I can call your name. Let me see. 53 name is user. User, are you there? No. Okay. Then we skip him. Let's do the try again. Okay, we have 10 IC. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's your name?
Ian.
Ian. Oh, congratulations, Ian. Okay, you will receive an email about your $100 plus coupon. Okay, go to our last one for the first round. Oh, cool. 52 EN. Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, what's your name?
Emily Nicholson.
Okay, Emily. Yeah, congratulations, Emily. You too. You will receive an email about the coupon. Okay, that's all for our first round. Yeah, please wait for our second round. It's after the 7th grade, and the last round. Second round we will have a iPad, 2 of them. So for the last round, we will at the end of this contest, we have 1 MacBook Air. Yes. Okay, I will stop here and turn back to TV.
All right. Thank you, Charlie. All right. Thank you, everybody. So remember, the raffle prizes just get even better as we go along throughout our live final. So can we get group 7 to please start sharing their screen?
Our project was to create a 2-on-2 basketball game in Python using Pygame. And the idea was to design something interactive where you could control the player, move around the court, pass the ball, and take shots, while also including teammates, opponents, hoops, and scoring. We began with the foundations. First, we set up the game windows, drew the players as rectangles, and placed the hoops and the ball. This gave us a basic structure we could actually see on screen. After that, the next step was adding movement so that the player could be controlled with the keyboard. Once movement was working, we turned to actions like passing and shooting. And that's where we ran into our first major issue. Every time the player shot or passed, the character froze in place. That problem forced us to think carefully about how the game loop worked. And we realized movement has to run every single frame, no matter what else is happening in the game. Once we restructured the code so that movement and actions were separate, the freezing problem was solved, and the game felt much smoother.
Thank you, Andrew. After getting the basics working, we shifted our focus to make the game more complete. We added features like the teammate movement, opponent AI, ball possession changes, and a scoring system. Each of those pieces came with its own challenges. For example, possession logic meant the ball had to know which player was holding it, and scoring meant the game needed to reset when the ball went through a hoop. The more features we added, the bigger the project became. At one point, the code reached more than 700 lines. That taught us how much harder it is to get a program working when many systems are interacting at once. It also showed us the importance of testing often, because a small mistake in one part of the code could mean that every other code could break. Over time, our process improved, because in the beginning, we would just add new features quickly and see what happened. But later, we started to get better at coding, and we slowed down to test one feature at a time and organize the code more carefully. That shift made it easier to spot bugs and understand how everything fit together. By the end, we not only had a working basketball game, we also gained experience in programming, debugging, and managing a larger project. What started as a simple idea grew into something more complex, and the process showed us how important it is to build step by step, to stay patient, and keep improving it as you go. and I will like be running the game and showing how it works and the process. As when you start, there is two options to either shoot with a space and pass with E. There are many options to reset the game when you finish, pause it, and then make the game faster and slower. As you can see, like you can make the game really slow if you want, and you can make the game really fast. But a good middle ground is to make it like in the middle. For shooting, the people can block the ball, and you can also call the ball back from your teammate when he gets it, like so. But also they can ignore it if the opponents are near them. And once you win and if you like have enough rage when it gets to 50, just give it a second. It's not really working because they're just too good at the game. But once it gets to 50, it would show that you lost and they will get really mad because the rage indicates how angry you are. And passing the ball to your teammates gives you kindness and it shows how, like, the process of passing the ball to your teammate and how important it is. All right. On to you, Andrew.
Yeah, so most of our earlier code is mainly just like movement and also teammates. And to break it up into segments, there's a lot of code down like in the 400s to 200s, which is the new features we implemented, like rage. Could you show that really quick?
Yes.
Yeah.
The first rage is right here with the definition of rage, and this one too. And then back here on like near 400s, there is another rage that helps the rage and like how it gets higher and lower if you pass the ball and if the teammates get the ball lost. And then near the end, all the way down here, there is the end screen for both the lose and the win. And if you get the rage over 50, you lose. And if you win, the kindness and the score has to be over 20 to make sure you win. All right, on to you, Andrew.
All right, yeah. So I was just wondering if the judges had any questions for us.
Yeah, this is a very cool game. I do have questions during your demo. Can you help me to understand? You have 4 players in the screen, right? I assume the 2 red ones are the opponent,
Yeah.
and one of the dark blue is the one that you control, and the other is your partner. Is that
Yes, light blue is your teammate. Light blue is your teammate, and you're the dark blue.
interesting? So, do you get to control your character movement?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, and the other component and your teammate, they're just controlled by your algorithm.
Yeah.
Of their movement. Okay, interesting. And how about the shooting precision? How do you determine whether a shoot is successful or not?
We use random to like determine it. Like we set it at around 50% because that's like how most people shoot in real life, around 50% of their shots. And we also used like that around many other aspects of our code, like blocks and steals, all set at like pretty low percentages.
I see. Is that success rate related to the distance to your target, or like any distance related to your opponents, for example? Or are you saying it's a constant 50% chance?
No, there's like a relation where if you get like the closer you are to the basket, it goes more up. I'm not sure by how much, but I just know it does go up and down as the ranges change.
Okay. Very interesting game. Another question that I have is, I noticed, like you mentioned, when the score plus the kindness together adds up to 20, then you win the game, right? How does that kindness score getting calculated?
When you pass the ball, it gives you a certain amount of kindness. Show that.
Yes, absolutely. So as you can see, the kindness is at 10 currently. When I pass the ball, it goes to 12.
Okay. Interesting. Very cool game. Thank you.
All right. In the interest of time, let's move on to apricot jelly bean. Apricot jelly bean, anybody there to share your screen?
Hi, my name is Cynthia and I'm in 7th grade, and this is my partner Adele, who's in 5th grade. Hi. Today, we're excited to share our project Pebble the Kind Swan, a rewrite of the classic tale The Ugly Duckling. We transformed this classic tale into an interactive game with 16 paths, where players guide Pebble through different choices and see how their decisions affect the outcome. Through this, we help players understand that kindness is powerful, and even small acts can lead to big changes in how people feel, grow, and connect with others. Here's the slide showing the task allocation. For the sake of time, I will skip the details. Here are the tools and resources used for the project. We actually started by coding the game in Python, as you can see on the screen. That version worked well, but the biggest challenge was that we did not have sufficient time to self-learn Panda 3D or Python libraries such as Pillow and Pygame to add background music or images. So we switched to Scratch to make our project more interactive within a short timeline. Another challenge was Scratch couldn't save large projects. So we downloaded the project and uploaded it to Google Drive with uploading instructions documented in the README text file to facilitate the review. Now, let's go to the Scratch project. The program begins when the user clicks the green flag on the screen. Initially, all sprites except those for the first scene are hidden, and the background music only plays when the green flag is clicked. From then on, at each decision point in our story, the user must input a number indicating the choice they have decided to make. For each different input, a different message is broadcasted to every single sprite in Scratch. This message causes the sprites from the previous scene to hide themselves while the sprites from the next scene show themselves. The music from the previous scene immediately stops to replace by the music in the next scene, and the backdrops are instantly switched. This process is repeated at every decision point of the path the user takes before the user arrives at an ending. Now, it's showtime. Let's demo how to play our game. Game 1 takes place at the pond. When the largest egg hatches, out comes Pebble, who looks different than other ducklings. His siblings tease him, but one duckling named Dot shows no kindness. The player's first choices are 1. Accept Dot's friendship and stay, 2. Run away, or 3. Snap back at the bones. For this demo, we'll choose option 1, accept Dot's friendship and stay. That gives us a kindness score of 4 and brings us to scene 2, Dot's friendship. An older mallard named Gregory steps in to scold the bullies and they are gone. From here, clicking the yellow heart on the screen means winter comes and the ducklings are shivering in this cold. Dot worries they might not survive. Pebble now faces another choice. 1. Spread his wings to shield everyone. 2. Save only Dot. Or 3. Abandon them and try to survive alone. If we choose option 1, Pebble protects everyone.
That adds 4 points to the cumulative kindness score and leads to scene 4, sharing food. Pebble must decide whether to share food with everyone or keep it for himself. Sharing adds another 2 kindness points and leads to scene 5, spring. Swans appear and claim Pebble as one of their own. Pebble then faces a bigger decision. 1. Fly with the swans to new waters. 2. Stay only with the ducks. Or 3. Stay with both flocks. For our demo, we'll choose option 3, stay with both flocks. This takes us to scene 6, the bridge between worlds. It's the golden ending, showing Pebble uniting ducks and swans as one family. We illustrated this with a swan heart image to symbolize love and kindness. The kindness score is now 13, which is the highest kindness score among the 16 cats. That concludes our demo. Based on judges' comments, Based on judges' comments and findings from testing, we made the following improvements. 1. To increase the technical complexity of this project, we added a scoring system to reflect the cumulative level of kindness of the chosen path. 2. We fixed the program to prevent glitches when the player enters an invalid choice. 3. We fixed a few logical flaws while testing the game. 4. We added 25 background music tracks, 1 for each scene to reflect the mood. 5. We improved the cosmetic features by adding more relevant background images and refining the color scheme. We hope you enjoyed this demo. Thank you and have a wonderful weekend. Are there any questions?
Thank you for sharing that with us. It sounds like you spent a really long time designing the story and the various game elements. Can you tell me a little bit more about the writing process and how you were able to craft it? You crafted this story that tries to meet the kindness theme?
It's basically like inspired by the Ugly Duckling game. So we just started from there and then we made multiple paths.
Okay.
Yeah, so like whatever goes on, but like we deleted the part where the hen goes and the cat goes, oh, you're worthless, you can't do anything and stuff. Probably because we didn't have a lot of time and we tried to focus on the kind elements first before the cruel ones.
That was a very, very thoughtful presentation. I was just curious, you mentioned that you fixed 3 logical flaws, and I was wondering if you could share one of those, if you have off the top of your head what one of those flaws was.
Oh, so one of them was basically for what you could call the golden final choice scene. Originally you could stay with the swans, or you could just go with only stay with the ducks, or you could keep both families, or you could be a teacher for the next generation of ducks, or you could guard the pond. But like they're not logically like mutually exclusive of each other. So that's an issue.
Thank you.
All right, if there's no other questions from the judges, let's give the apricot jelly beans a round of applause. And we'll move on to our next group, which I believe is the infinite IQs. Very creative names today.
Hear me?
Yep.
Wait. Hello, everyone. Today, we are very happy to share with you our Pixel Adventure game, a 2D retro side-scrolling game that we made using Unity. At first, we started this project just to learn how Unity works, but step by step, it became a complete game where we learned coding, animations, physics, scoring systems, and level design. The game begins with the main menu that shows the start button, so player can clearly see what the game begins, and it feels like a real finished product. I will play the game while I'm introducing. The game has 4 levels, and each one is harder than the last. The first level is like a tutorial where a player can learn basic movement and jumping. The second level adds spikes and obstacles, so player must be more careful.
The fruit level introduces enemies, which makes the game more exciting because players need to avoid them or fight them. Finally, the fourth level is the biggest challenge, with traps, enemies, and difficult platforms. In this last level, I also created trampolines. When the player jumps on it, there is a bouncing animation and launches the player high into the air, helping them reach the next platform. This feature makes the game more fun and interactive. To make the gameplay more challenging, I also designed a 60-second countdown timer for each level. If the timer reaches 0, the player automatically respawns at the starting point, so player needs to play quickly and carefully. The timer adds more tension and makes the game even more exciting. To make players feel rewarded, each level has its own fruit scoring systems. Player can collect fruits like apples, and at the end of each level, the score is shown at the top left corner separately. This makes players feel proud of their progresses and encourage them to collect more fruits. There are also spike traps. If the player touches the spike, they die and respawn at the start of the level, which adds difficulty and keeps the game interesting. I also added animations to bring the game to life. The player has animations for walking, jumping, getting hurt, and dying, while enemies have their own animations for walking or attacking. These animations are managed with Unity's animator, so the characters look smooth and not just still images. Together, these in the visuals, I added fun and energetic background music to every level, which makes the game keeps the player motivated while they play. At the end of the fourth level, there is also a special story element. The player finally reaches the place where the pink man's friend is trapped. When the player defeats the last challenges and touches the friend, a message appearing saying, "Congratulations, you have rescued your friend and complete the game." This gives the player a strong sense of the achievement and a clear ending, makes the whole adventure feel meaningful and complete. In summary, my pixel adventure game is small, but it is complete. It has main menu, 4 levels with different challenges, fruit scoring, spike traps with respawn, a countdown timer for each stage, animations for both players and enemies, background music, and trampolines feature in the last stage. By making this game, I learned how to use Unity step by step, how to design levels, how to code gameplay, and how to polish a project from start to finish. This project shows my creativity, my effort, and my growth as a beginner game developer. It also gives me confidence to create bigger and better game in the future. Thank you for listening. Any questions?
Yeah, this is a really cool game. Reminds me of the game that I played actually when I was little. And it looks very complicated. So I'm wondering, how difficult is this project to you? How long did you spend on it? And what are the main challenges, as you would say, like technically that you faced?
I spent months on it, probably 2 months during the summer holiday, and I found out that there's the competition, so I just changed something in my game and then make it like related to kindness. And the main problem that I faced was the trampoline, cause because it needs both animations and physics. I solve it by mixing fixes, forces, and the animation so the player bounces high. I think I can show probably. Let me see. Yeah, this is a trampoline controller, and this will control the animator, and when the player jumps on it, it will play the jumps animation, and it will make the player jumps like 5, like jumps that high. Yeah, basically it.
Really cool. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your project with us. Sounds like you've spent a really long time on this, but if you had infinite time to work on this project, what additional features would you consider adding to your project? What else would you add to your project?
If I have more time, I would want to add more levels, obviously, and new items. Maybe a boss fight, or even like save a system so the game feels bigger. And also, I have a dream. Just make something like a spinning wheel. Like you can use the scores to just for example, buy some skins. Yeah, basically.
Right, thank you.
Thank you. Any questions? Any more?
All right. In the interest of time, let's give Infinite IQs a round of applause. And thank you so much for the judges.
Hello everyone. This is my project for the Camp X, my submission. It's called Q Village. So so a summary of my game is I made the game using a game engine called Godot, and I coded the game engine in its own coding language called GD script, and I also drew all the art. So my main idea was the game I was inspired by point and click adventure games, but instead of solving mysteries, you needed to do kind actions to get other items, help more people. And I also decided to add mini games into my project for a little more diversity. So essentially, my game code works with a central game manager that manages all variables and arrays, and it directs the player, has its movement input code and also its sprite image, and it also controls and gives information to villagers. For example, your inventory space, how many kindness points you have, and how many times you've already talked to them. And there's also and they also have dialogue attached to them, and they also have an image sprite. So I'm gonna demonstrate my game. So you press WASD to move, and you can press Q to view your inventory. Right now, I have nothing inside. I can talk to villagers like Naim Azul. So, for example, I can cross this river, and there's this mini game where to avoid fishes. And if you ever touch them, you'll restart the level. So this is the village. This is the village of the game with there's a lot of characters I added, and they all have unique dialogue. For example, because I helped her cross the river, she gave me a piece of candy, which I can give to the crying child. There's a lot of the candy, so I can use them. And they're gonna give me a flower, so I can help other more villagers. And there's also, and yeah, that's essentially the game. The game is it's a lot longer than 6 minutes, so I can't show it in high speed. So fun facts: each villager is named after a color. That's why it's called Hue Village. And I also had decided, yeah, I already said this. And all characters, they're of the species goobers, which I invented because that's why they're a little circle with 2 eyes, 2 legs, and antennas. So that's my game.
All right, thank you, Maddox. Judges, questions?
Thanks for the presentation. Yeah, this Godot sort of game engine seems like a powerful tool, and I was curious what challenges you ran into technically when you were implementing it.
Oh, challenges? Well, one of the challenges was that it was really difficult to change scenes because can you see the game?
I see it. Yeah, I see it now. Yeah.
So it was really difficult to like be able to change scenes smoothly. So for example, and also the mini games were slightly difficult to code because they were based on a different process than like the usual village style. And it was also kind of difficult to design all the characters and their dialogue and also their personalities for each villager. For example, I can go back to my home here, and I can also go back to my village. And that part it kind of took some time to complete.
Thanks.
Okay, awesome. I think. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Maddox.
No, I have nothing else to say.
All right. Okay, everyone. So I think Maddox, really great job. Everyone in grade 7, let's give them a round of applause, everybody. And now it's time for the second raffle prize. So Charlie, I invite Charlie, the president of X Camp Academy and X School, to please share his screen. And Charlie will choose the winners for the AirPod Pro 2. I think everyone's excited for this round.
Yes, it's time for the second raffle. So we have 2 AirPods. If you are selected, yes, we will send you email, ask you for your address. So we will purchase and send to you. Let's for the first one. Bing, 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 bing. Great, we have 47 RL. Are you there? 47 RL. Last call, 47 RL. Let's find the name. Let's see. "47 first name, Ryan. Ryan, are you there? No? Okay. Unfortunately, Ryan is not here. So let's do another try. Let's spin. Bing, 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 bing. Oh, we have 29 HC. 29 HC. Are you there?
Yeah, we are here. Hunter Chen.
Oh, what's your name?
Hunter Chen. My name is
Hanfa.
Hunter Chen.
Okay, congratulations, Hanfa.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, great. You will receive your AirPod. So we will, send to you through the mail. We need to know your address. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, great. Then we have the second one and the last one of the AirPod. Yes. Let's spin. Bing. 21 GL. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay, what's your name?
Gay Blue.
Gabriel. Yes. Congratulations. You win the AirPod. Okay, great. yes, we will reach you and get your mailing address.
Thank
Okay,
you.
great. Congratulations to both of you. You are selected, get this iPad gift. Okay, I will stop here. So after the 8th grade, at last, we'll have a final round. We will have the Mac Airbook Air. Yes. Okay, great. Let's continue our
Okay.
contest.
Awesome. I know everyone, we are running over time and we really apologize. We want to try and be respectful of the time of our judges. And so in doing that, we will try to limit the questions per judges after each presentation, but every group will still receive their feedback from the judges, so don't worry. But now we have grade 8, and that is Team ADE. Please go ahead and share your screen.
Okay, so this is our project called KineSpire for the 2025 Art of Programming. My name is Elliot Chung.
I'm Alvin Mo.
And I'm Deanne Zhu.
So,
Okay, so our idea was to design a platform where its users can log their acts of kindness and share them with the community. The website is inspired by social apps to engage its users, including a sense of responsibility and a social community. Our creation process included HTML and CSS for the front-end interface, or the actual website part where users can interact and do activities. We also used Python and Django for the back-end functions to store data.
So what is the tangible impact that you get from our website? So first, since our app helps cultivate kindness, people will be more incentivized to be nice to others, leading to a more supportive society. And second, we also took measures to discourage cheating or faking acts of kindness through steps like verification, so that this will be more fair. And third, since over gamifying might incentivize users for the wrong reasons, we still log the community aspect, but get rid of overly complex entertainment mechanics that might turn kindness into an XP contest.
okay, so wait. So because we have like less time and we have a lot of show, I'm just gonna skip to the demo. So okay, so this is our website where basically users can like log in. I think I have created the accounts needed for this to showcase. So I have made a login system for users to enter their password and log in. We also have a create account system where users can create an account. So here is our posting system. We wanted our website to have a posting system to show other people the acts of kindness you have done. So here are some example acts that this user called Deanne did. This is a demo account, by the way. So you can see this is the post that they have made. So this is the description of the act they have made. So here, this is the verification we have created to prevent cheating. And you can see here with the pending verifications. Over here, this is the My Acts of Kindness where it basically shows what logs you and acts you have done. So you can basically see all of them here. Next, we have this My Friends section. So basically here is where you can send friend requests to other people. So for example, Alvin, the user Alvin, has sent a friend request to me and I have accepted. So if I were to send one to Deanne, okay, now it says status pending. Now just for demo, I'm gonna log into Deanne's account. And you can see here, if you go to My Friends, you can see friend requests and you can accept them. Next, onto community. So this is where you can speak to friends, family, and other people near you, like within your community. So we mainly dedicated the community section to be more of like a posting and talking area. So you can see that the user Elliot has said hi to Alvin here, posted on this time UTC. Lastly, I want to show my profile, which is is like a simplistic profile page to show like information of you in the website. So it has your username, the date you joined, and the total acts you have done, verified acts, and kind XP. So kind XP is like a system to help motivate people to post more acts as they give you kind XP for every verified acts you have done. So next, I'm gonna move on to the code. We have a lot of files here, so I'm gonna explain each type. So this is the HTML file, which contains all the front-end interface for our website. So each HTML file is for a different page of the website. So home.html is for the home page. Next, we also have the style.css file, which is mainly used for our styling of the website. So like what you see and how it looks like. Next, I want to show models.py. So this is a pre-set up Django file that we use for our backend system. So what I have here are classes that I've created to help with most of the functions and connecting them to HTML files. So you can see here, post class is for the main posting on the homepage. So you can see that printing, status verified, and all these stuff are used for the verification system you saw in the homepage when posting. And these are just like variables that can be accessed from other files to help with the functionality of our website. Lastly, I want to go over views.py, which is the Python Django file that contains all of the functions code that we used on our website, like the posting system, the friend system, all of them are on this Python file. So you can see, for example, on this profile page file, you can see the stuff that links to the profile page. So what has changed from version 1? So we now made a dynamic website which allows that displays content that can be changed based on user interactions. The website has a backend storage using the Python Django, and we removed badges from the first iteration and added kind XP. And we also simplified a lot of pages. So these are our roles for the platform, and here are the sources that we used for this platform. And thank you. Do judges have any questions?
All right, judges, questions?
Yeah, thank you for sharing your project with us. Sounds like you've put in a lot of work. I was just wondering, what were some of the challenges that the three of you faced when you were coding the project and making the improvements, especially from the first round to the second round?
Okay, so the first round we had a lot of issues with like coding the JavaScript part because there was no backend at the time. But now for the second iteration, we tried to add the backend storage the data storage with using Python Django. It took a lot of time since it took a lot of effort to learn and within timeline, and also to implement it into our code. So because we kind of found out that a lot of times that it wouldn't work, so we had to debug it a lot.
Thank you.
All right, if there's no other questions, let's thank Team ADE. Thank you so much. And then next up on the docket are the Sprouts.
Times that it wouldn't work, so we had to debug it a lot.
Thank you.
All right, if there's no other questions, let's thank Team ADE. Thank you so much. And then next up on the docket are the Sprouts.
Hello, this is Kindness for All. This is a website designed to spread kindness to people in the community.
Table of contents. 1. Purpose. Here we'll discuss our purpose and why we decided to do what we chose. 2. Functionality. Here we'll talk about how our program works. 3. Code. We explain the different classes and functions here. 4. Updates and demo. We will explain the updates made between rounds and show a demo video.
1. Purpose.
Idea. So our idea for the competition is to design and create a website that lets people send encouraging messages to others while also getting inspiring messages themselves. It's called Kindness for All. It's particularly helpful for people who might not like socializing with others, so our website helps them know that someone out there cares about them. Our goal is to spread hope, positivity, and encouragement to all who need or want it.
Why are we doing this? We did this in our project because many people in our community feel lonely and sad, and this small project helped create a big difference in their day. And we want to give to others that have helped us and build a community that encourages empathy, positivity, and connection.
Impacts. 1. Emotional support. This can help sad or lonely people feel better and remind them that they're not alone. 2. Community building. This creates a network of people where strangers are supported mutually and encourages people to help others. 3. Mental health. This project shows how simple encouragement can help someone's mental well-being, raising awareness about taking care of your emotions. 4. Spreads positivity. By creating an easy way to give back to the community, it helps positivity spread in the community and both receive and get uplifting messages.
2. Development and functionality.
Division of work. So I thought of the idea of the project for people to be able to store messages and see a random one. I also created a part of the UI and the button entry and canvas designs.
I did the technical part of the project, like saving the messages to a text file and displaying the messages. I also came up with a kindness counterpart of the project and helped debug the code. So this is our homepage. As you can see here, there's 2 buttons, one where you can receive encouragement and one where you can give encouragement. Right now, the kindness counter, which is the amount of messages that have been given, is 0.
Giving encouragement. Getting. The Get button takes the user to a screen where they can enter their name and send a personalized, encouraging message to someone else. After submitting, they get an encouraging "You made someone's day."
Receiving encouragement. When the user clicks on the button to receive encouragement, the screen changes to display a personalized, encouraging message from someone. This is what it looks like.
Challenges. We faced a few challenges during the project. In a few places, we found some problems extremely hard to debug, and it took quite some time to figure out what was wrong. When brainstorming, it was also really difficult to come up with a good idea, and it took a few days to think of something.
3. Code.
Overview. For the code, we are using a Kinker class for the window, the labels, and the buttons. We also have a class called UI, which works as the window of the app. We also have a text file that stores the chosen messages with the username.
Window and homepage. We set the size of the window, the title, and upload the images here. We also set up the labels and buttons so that the homepage shows up as soon as you open it. You can see the code here.
Giving and receiving. Other pages. We set up the pages and canvases with the background, and then we can use the function grid for get so that we can place it on the screen later. This is the picture of a code.
Giving functions. We use 2 functions. One function that shows the text on the screen, and the second function that places a message and the name into a text file, so it can be retrieved later.
Receiving and other functions. The receiving functions help store the personalized message, and the other functions help clear the canvas and return to the home page, as well as update the kindness counter. This is the picture of the code.
Updates and demo.
Updates. 1. Instead of making the user pick pre-written messages, we designed it so that the user can now write personalized ones to send to others. 2. We removed the default messages and encouragement class as they are no longer necessary. 3. We cleaned up our code and made it neater.
So this is our homepage. As you can see, this is the homepage that we showed you earlier, and it has the 2 buttons and the kindness counter. When you click on want to give encouragement, you can write a message to send to someone. And here this person wants to write, "You did amazing today." In the next entry, you can put the name that you want to be seen as. And now when you push submit, it'll show that you made someone's day. When you go back home, you can see that the kindness counter has updated. When you click on receiving encouragement, you get a random message that has been stored in the text file.
Thank you. Bye, the Sprouts.
Thank you, Sprouts. Judges?
Yeah, thank you so much for the presentation. I do have a question related to the mechanism of it works. So looks like this is a pool that people can submit the encouragement messages, and the ones that want to take it is randomly drawing from that group. Is that understanding correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And how do we make sure that, because in the presentation you mentioned it's like a personalized message, right? But we don't have like a direct receiver. So it cannot be like personalized in terms of like targeting a particular recipient. Is that true?
Yeah. It's just meant to like be like sent to like everyone is able to like see a message, like no matter like what you do. It can like just show up random.
Okay, got it. Cool. Thank you.
All right, thank you to the Sprouts. Let's give them a round of applause. And let's move on to our next group called MZ. Thank you so much. Team MZ, you can start sharing your slides.
I'm sorry, can you see this?
Yep, we can see it. Go ahead.
Okay. So, while many other people make games or websites, I decided to make an animation because I thought an animation would be more a standout and it could convey the message of a kindness quest a lot better. So I'm going to review my code first because I have it out already. So I basically made 5 separate files for different animation parts, and I imported them into a main controller. And here I chained them all together and then inputted a canvas argument so that they all appear on one canvas. Then I'll start my animation. So here it starts with the main menu, very typical. And I wrote my name here and I did mention the theme from over here.
I think you're not sharing your animation screen.
I'm sorry, while I'm sharing, I cannot really hear you guys really well, so
I think this is the coding screen. I don't think you're sharing your animation screen.
Can you guys see?
We see the code, not the animation. I think you need to move it to this screen.
Okay. Now can you see it?
Yep, perfect.
Okay, so this is my animation. I'm going to breeze through it like really fast because of the time limit. So in the animation, there's actually music. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there is music. Wait, let me reshare. Sorry for the inconvenience. So this is the animation. So over here, there are texts on the top which tells the story, and then there are the echoes of anger and sorrow which are portrayed on the bottom, and the dust particles are the fleeting like kindness particles. There is supposed to be music, but I don't think I could hear it right now. So here we face obstacles, right? And then if you do game over, then you have to restart. But there is a catch so that once your score reaches 3, and then you can press the right key to advance to the next part of the animation. And here, it tells the story of Alira, and she, after going on her journey for the kindness quest, she enters a bakery. And bakeries, usually you think of a kind place. So I use a bakery because the baker usually puts their like emotions into the bread. But this baker in particular doesn't seem to be able to show his emotions. Many people in real life are labeled as sociopaths just because they're not able to express themselves, even though they do have emotions. And here, as we face more obstacles, we are imported into the Dino Jump game. And then by pressing spacebar, I start a new animation. And here it shows a lady with a gold orb. And it symbolizes that older generations need to teach younger generations how to be kind. And thank you for watching.
Thank you
Any
so much,
questions?
Michelle. Judges?
So I have a question. You do have like a lot of different component within your animation,
Yes.
right? So what are the technical challenges you would describe as you were building this?
Yes, at first I tried to combine them like by mashing all the code together in a 2000 line animation, but then I found out that that wouldn't work. And then I tried using threading, but that also didn't make the program really smooth, so I tried importing instead.
Really great. Thank you.
Any more questions?
Any more questions, judges? Going once, going twice. All right, everyone, let's thank Michelle, please. Give her a round of applause. And now it's time for the Yellow Mellows. Please go ahead and start sharing your screen.
Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So, hello, we're the Yellow Mellows. So we made this Roblox obby game called Partner Parkour.
An obby is a game where the player has to jump on different obstacles to get to the finish.
So this is the whole game. You can see the different platforms and challenges to get to the top. I will firstly be covering how the project relates to kindness, the tools we use, and any updates made since round 1. So, the game encourages kindness through 2 parts, the game design itself and the way the players play the game. The game has signs around the map that encourage the player and make the experience more user-friendly. The second way is through the players themselves, as they show kindness to each other by helping each other make jumps easier and beat the game together. So, as you can see here, these jumps are very hard to do on their own. However, if I step on this pressure plate right here, they are being kind to the other person by letting them pass up to the top. It's a bit laggy. Sorry, what? Is it fine now?
I can see it.
Okay. So, we used a few tools to help us complete this project. First, we used an AI assistant for the harder scripts like these, because both of us aren't skilled in Lua, which is the coding language of Roblox Studio. The assistant basically works like ChatGPT or Gemini, where you enter a prompt and it puts the code in a script. For some of the simpler scripts, we use this C++ to Lua converter, or just directly use some basic code we learned while making the game. After the round 1 submissions came in, the judges had some feedback on our project. Following their feedback, I first updated the README file in GitHub to be more specific on how to reach the game, as you can see here with my previous commit. I also explained how the project relates to the theme better in this presentation, as you have just heard. Some challenges we faced when making the game was actually getting the code from the workspace in Roblox Studio to GitHub. So I had to learn how to use GitHub and Rojo and how to sync it to Visual Studio Code.
Moving on, now I'll be covering task allocation, code structure, usability, originality, and complexity of the game. I coded most of the scripts, while William mostly focused on the actual game itself and the ideas. The different parts of the game are organized under different folders. For instance, in Roblox Studio, there's a workspace folder that stores all the physical obstacles, some including scripts for specific purposes on the parts. There's also different scripts folders for different scripts, such as the checkpoint system being under the server script service folder, as you can see on the screen. This game was built to to be entertaining while also teaching the player kindness. It has interesting puzzles and encourages teamwork, unlike the hundreds of other Roblox obby games, which just promote jumping around. Overall, this game is pretty complex, requiring many skills to make, including CAD, which is computer-aided design, to make the objects in the game, and also using different tools to code scripts in Lua. Each part was modified using Roblox Studio's Explorer. For example, you can move, scale, and rotate a part, and also design your own parts or extract one from the Roblox Studio toolbox with the public parts to put in your game.
If you want to play this game for yourself, make a Roblox account on roblox.com and search up Dinosaur023 and people. Then click View Full Profile and click Creations to play the game there. Thank you for listening to our presentations.
We hope you enjoy it. Any questions?
Thank you, William and Alan. Judges, questions?
Yeah, thanks for this presentation. And the Roblox sort of platform is a very interesting, I think, choice. And I was curious what the greatest challenge or one of the challenges you faced when you were developing this.
I'm not sure about my partner, but one of my biggest challenges was actually figuring out the GitHub part, because I'd never used GitHub before and I had to learn how to like commit code or even like get the code from the Explorer or anything like that. And we did have problems with the scripts itself, and sometimes the assistant wasn't that reliable.
Any other judges have questions? Going once, going twice. All right, let's give the Yellow Mellows a round of applause, everyone. And now, last but not least, for our grade 8 group, let's welcome Team Cheese. Team Cheese, go ahead and start sharing your screen, please.
Okay, so this is Team Cheese Collab Lens, which builds respectful collaboration through AI. So, okay. Also, thanks judges for staying this long. And wait, go on the next slide. So the problem is that effective cooperation is hard. Not everyone's voice is heard. The conversation too often gets off track and people can become hostile. This is why an unkind environment is created. Our solution helps users grow through gamification, recognition, and visualization. Gamification is through an AI point evaluation system that assigns points based on the AI's evaluation of the chat messages. Whenever this happens, it also inputs a message into the chat so that everyone will learn about how to collaborate better. 2 is kindness badges, which allow users to recognize each other for kind acts. 3 is a kindness graph that allows users to see how their kindness points have changed over time. 4 is customization, which allows users to set passwords and usernames. 5 is speech recognition, which lets users do speech and text, which is very efficient. Do you want to explain about?
Yeah, okay. So our implementation, we used HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Python. So HTML, CSS are for the front end and what the user views. JavaScript is for the front end and it's the code behind the website, and Python is the back end, which handles all of the files and logistics. And so this is the order of what they talk to. HTML and CSS talk to JavaScript. JavaScript talks to Python, and Python also talks to JavaScript.
Next, we have our tools and dependencies over here. And in case you're wondering, 3, 4, and 5 have to do with speech to text. FFmpeg converts the audio, the text, the file, the WebM to wave, which FOSS then processes. And we also have better profanity, which filters out profanity. Do you have time? Okay, task allocation. So I was in charge of writing the prompts for the AI and also doing the AI part and writing the presentation, and like Alvin is in charge of pretty much everything else. Next.
My project is structured with 3 main folders: a loop for the libraries, pages for the HTML pages, and sounds for all the sound data. And inside pages, there's also 2 subfolders, which has account data, connection data, and also images.
Do you have time with this? Oh, okay, let's go. Use of AI. We used AI in the project, which is the AI evaluation, and also a little bit in the development. What we did was we described any problems we had to the AI, which suggested fixes, and then we put these in code. But we didn't. The AI didn't write much of our actual code.
We're gonna demo our thing now.
Oh yeah.
So right now I can register for a new account.
I'm also on the screen.
And then, so what's happening here is I can start a meeting here, and then there's this quite a clean UI here. And then on my friend's computer, I can type in that join code. And
okay, now we're both on the screen.
Yeah, now we're both on the screen. So I can say simple things like hello, and he can say hi. And there's also this profanity check feature. Where so I put a custom word into the sensor list just for this, but as you can see, it deducts 1 point from me.
Works for
and then I can also
too.
Award kindness points with AI. And then it says, for example, you have been deducted 10 points because it contains offensive language. And I can also award kindness badges. So for example, if I said Yunhan was pretty kind, and I can say that. And on his end, it's going to say a message. And then there's this badge here that I can hover over, and it says that. So another feature is that we can also download the chat as a text file, which allows me to, I guess, reference the chat any other time. And I can also display a points chart. As you can see, something very bad happened here, but
and then
yeah,
the meeting
and then
ends.
the meeting ends after this, and I can leave the tab.
Okay, so that's all for
So
demo.
judges, do you have any questions?
Go to the next slide.
Very interesting. So when you rejoin back this meeting, are you still going to retain your minus 11 points, or is it all cleared up, reset from the beginning?
Okay, if you start a new meeting, it's cleared, but if you're in the same meeting, then it's gonna stay.
Got it. And one more question regarding that curse word. So you got minus 1 point at the beginning, and then you got another minus 10. Is that a desired mechanism? Kind of like a double counting in that sense, right?
Yeah, you want to encourage them.
The way the profanity check is programmed, for each cuss word that you say is going to deduct 1 point, which is
quite minor, and then AI will further decide from there.
Got it. Cool. Thank you.
Any other
All right.
question?
Any more questions from the judges? Going once, going twice. I was so impressed with everyone's presentations. Thank you so much, Team Cheese. Really great job, everybody. So that concludes our live portion for the Art of Programming contest this year. Thank you so much, everyone. But before we leave, I think everyone is eager to know who is the grand winner for the MacBook Air. So Charlie, please tell us.
Yes, it's the exciting time. Let's see who might be the winner for the MacBook Air. Let's drum up to spin. Yes, we have 29 HC.
Oh,
29.
Charlie, I think it's HC has already been caught in the last round.
Oh,
So
okay, yes, okay. Let's try again. Okay. You're so lucky, HC. Okay, let me do the next round, next spin. Let's spin. Ding, 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 ding. We have 39 HD. 39 HD, are you there? 39 LD. Last call. 39, maybe let's call the name. Let's find the name of LD 39. 1 second, give me 1 second. Load it up. We have Lucas Du. Are you there, Lucas? Okay. You have a big miss today. Okay. Anyway, let's try again. Third try. Ding, 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 ding.
Lucas responded.
Oh, it's Lucas responded.
Hi, my name's Lyndon. Hi.
Mandy, can you please confirm?
yes, I think 39
is
Lucas Du.
Yes,
But
yeah.
it says 34.
Oh,
Yeah.
34. Okay.
34 is
Okay,
Lyndon.
good. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
You win MacBook Air. Yes,
Thank you.
please, contact us, send us your address. We will mail the laptop to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Good job. Okay, that's for our raffle. Let's turn back to Kiwi.
Okay, awesome. I know it's getting really late, everyone. I know personally it's getting really late here in Boston. So I really want to thank the judges so much for your time, your commitment. Just to everyone watching, and I know there are parents watching here too. Hello, parents. Um, our judges are really talented, so I really want to thank them so much. They were not paid in any way. We simply volunteered their time, and they put so much effort into it, as you can tell on a Saturday evening. So thank you so much. The judges will go back and put their comments in, and you should hear back from Mandy tomorrow. And I think Charlie asked me to close this year's Art of Programming contest. I didn't honestly know what to expect when we first put in this really complicated programming contest, but I am so proud we did. And hopefully we're able to do this again next year, because this year was so successful, in my opinion. I am so impressed with the coding skills. I am so looking forward to some of you working for Google, Microsoft, whatever big companies that you might start. But I think I will leave everyone with one piece of advice. And that is, no matter what field you go into, whether that's gaming, engineering, computer science, data science, whatever, I want all of you, you're all so young. You need to have fun. So I hope you all had so much fun coding, because the whole point is, this is not so serious, right? And I really want to thank Charlie, because his company allowed us to put this type of event, where you can be challenged, but at the same time, you can win prizes, you can meet people, and you can work in teams. And I hope that you all challenged yourself. So for some of you beginners, if I know I saw some of the comments saying that, oh, their code is so much better than mine, there is no need to compare. All of you have something to learn, and you will all improve from here on out. So thank you so much. Congratulations, everybody. And hopefully we'll see you in the future. Thank you so much. Thanks, Charlie. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you all. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.